Now, setting up your accounts for Alert Stratus is a very similar function as to how you set them up for CRM. There's only been a couple of very small additions to the accounts entity that need to be updated once we're starting to get ready to use Alert Stratus. So you can access your accounts from many places inside of both CRM and Alert Stratus. Here from my Workplace section, I can access accounts from here. You can access accounts from your Sales tab, from your Marketing tab, and you can also access it from your Alert Stratus tab down here below under your Customers section where you can see your accounts and your contacts. So here I'll select Accounts. I might choose to see all of the active accounts for our entire company. And I'll click on this Advanced Components account, for example, to walk you through how we're going to be setting up our accounts so that they're ready for Alert Stratus. So the only addition that Alert Stratus has added to this entity is down below, and we'll get to this in a moment, is this area called the Alert Stratus tab. But filling out the account is the exact same process where you'll add an account name, the number, you can associate this with a parent and child account as well if you wish. Setting up contacts is the exact same way that you do it inside of CRM, so you can choose to create contacts right from this form so you don't have to save out of here and create a new form to add your contacts. You can add new contacts right from here. You can enter a number of different fields like your relationship type, the type of currency that this account deals in, all of their contact numbers, websites, and email addresses. Then you have the account address, so you fill in all the account details and the address details for the particular account. Scrolling down we have the territory, so for larger companies when you're trying to break out different territories, which is especially helpful if you're assigning reps to different territories. We have our standard company information where you can add things like the industry, the SIC code, annual revenue, number of employees, and so on. We can type in a description for the account. Next, in the administration area, we can assign this count to one of our particular resources. And if this is coming from a lead, and we've taken a lead and promoted it into an account, it'll show us the originating lead here that we can always click and go back to. Next, we have the standard billing details. We can add the price list that's appropriate for the particular account. We have their contact method, so we can specify if we're allowed to contact them and what our entitlements are for contacting the customer. If we are or are not going to be sending marketing materials to, and the last time that they were included in a marketing campaign. We have our service preferences, so we can identify the best time when we'd like to perform service for the account. Here we have preferred service, so we can plug in one of our Alert Stratus service codes here as well if we wish, if there's a preferred service for the customer. Same with their preferred facility and equipment, and if there's a preferred user, if they prefer to deal with one of our resources. Then at the bottom here is the Alert Stratus tab, so it's very self-explanatory but worth going through. Where when we're setting up new accounts for Alert Stratus, we want to make sure that we're updating the Alert Stratus tab on all of our appropriate accounts. So we want to make sure we add a default bill to address if we have one. So in this case we have just their standard bill to address here. It's the exact same address form that you're used to from inside of CRM. So we can add our default bill to and our default ship to address. You'll notice that these are not required fields, but it can often be helpful to add these here as defaults. We can add a billing contact person for when we're doing invoicing for Alert Stratus. We can have our billing interval, so specify when we're going to be doing our billing for the particular account. We can choose how we're going to be sending our invoices for the customer, when their first invoice date's going to be, and then we can add their tax schedule as well, so we can identify what type of tax schedule that this particular account is going to be falling under. The last piece here are the rate overrides. So this is really only important if this particular account has a special rate that's going to trump whatever we have inside of our service rates and our price list. So for example, if we've negotiated with this Advanced Components account that instead of billing them our regular rate of say $200 per hour, they're going to be entitled to $150 per hour. I might choose to put in that rate override here at the account level. So now any time that we're going to be doing any work for this Advanced Components customer, I can set the system to always point to whatever rate override we've listed here. So once we're done with this and we decide to save and close it, we've now updated that particular account, and it would be worthwhile to take a look at any other accounts that we have inside of CRM and make sure we've updated the Alert Stratus tab and the other components that we've added to the accounts entity inside of CRM.